Hi students, my name is Nitesh Shet. I am from Untitled. So last class we discussed about a topic from ninth standard, that is coordinate geometry. That concept is already covered or already finished that one. So let us move into the next chapter of ninth standard, that is linear equation in two variables. Linear equation in two variables. Linear equation in two variables. Yes, here we already learnt about what is meant by variables, what is meant by constants. So we already learnt that when we are taking 2x, so there in any polynomial we have one variable, one constant. In 2x, 2 is constant and x is a variable, and 2 is also called as a coefficient of the x. So we already learned that. So here we are using two variables, two such variables in a single linear equation. Linear equation means we already learned that linear equation is a equation having the degree 1. That means the leading term, the power of a leading term is 1. So this is the meaning of the title of this chapter. So it's a linear equation in two variables. So this is about linear equation in two variables. Yes, so that means here we have to use two such variables. We are using almost one variable. So in last standard, in 8th standard, we are discussed about single variable. Single variable means it's a linear equation in only one variable. So here, dear students, in this class, in this standard, we have to discuss about two variables, linear equation in two variables. We are dealing with two such variables in a single equation. So what is the definition of linear equation in two variables? How can we take it in a form? That means, so all the linear equation, or whether it may be linear equation, quadratic equation, or cubic equation, whatever it may be, so those who are having their own standard form. That means when the equation can be expressed in that standard form, then we have to call it as that type of polynomial. So here it is also, so we are using two variables. For example, we have to take x and y. X and y are the two variables. Previously in 9th, 8th standard, we are using only one variable x or y. Here we have to use both the x and y, both a and b, both p and q. Likewise, we have to take here. So that's why we have to take. Then here ax. So we have to take some of the coefficient for x and some of the coefficient for y. So I will take a as the coefficient of x and b as the coefficient of y. If we want to linear equation in two variables, that means here we have to take addition or subtraction between them. After the result, we have some of the number or some of the result. So we must have some of the result. That's why we are taking c. Or simply we can say it as a plus c is equal to 0. Plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard form of linear equation in two variables. When the equation can be expressed in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, then that equation we call it as a linear equation in two variables. There are two such conditions which must exhibit when we are taking linear equation in two variables. First is that the power of the leading term must be equal to 1. There is no any square term here. There is no any existence of square term, means it becomes linear equation. Otherwise, it becomes quadratic equation or cubic equation, like that. It changes according to the degree of the polynomial, the power of the leading term. Here, the degree of the leading term is 1. Also, so the equation must contain two variables here. Equation must contain two variables. Here, x is the one variable and y is the one variable. So, and again we have one of the constant term. When the constant term is 0, it becomes only x plus by is equal to 0. Likewise, we have to take here. So the definition of this linear equation two variable is when the equation can be expressed in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, that equation we call it as a linear equation in two variables. That is, the equation is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Those equations are known as linear equation in two variables. So this is the definition of the linear equation in two variables. Then here, what are the parameters here? What are the terms are here? So here, x and y are the variables. X and y are variables. X and y are the variables here. Then, what is A? A is the coefficient of x. That means the multiplied term with the variable x. That means coefficient of x. Then what is B here? B is the coefficient of what? B is the coefficient of y. Then what is C here? C is the constant term. C is constant term. So this is about linear equation in two variable. Then we have to take some of the examples. That is, for example, you can take any value of a, b, c. Firstly, I will take a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5. So I will take a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5. Insert into equation ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. What happens here? 2x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is the example for linear equation in two variable. So it must exhibit two conditions, that is, the power of the leading term is 1 and the equation must contain two variables, x and y, or p or q, or a and b. You can take any one, but the variable must be 2 here. So a, b are the, here x and y are the variables, a and b and c are the coefficient of x, y and constant term respectively. So here also I give some of the examples. That is 2x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. You can take any value of a and b and c and directly substitute into this equation. It becomes the linear equation in two variables. So likewise we have to find out the value of a, b and c. So let us move on to the problematic part of this linear equation in two variables. Yes, the first problem like this. So it's a main question. So firstly we have to aware of main questions here. So just see here. So firstly write each of the following equation in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and indicate the value of a, b and c. So that means, so there are some of the equations we have to convert. We have to firstly convert in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. After that we have to indicate the value of a, b and c. So let us take some of the problems one by one. That is, firstly I will take 2x plus 3y is equal to 4.37. So like that you can take any other examples, any coefficient or any constants. So you have to, firstly we have to convert it in a form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Whatever may be the formula. So if you have any formula or any equation, so you have to must convert it into the ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That means in LHS side all the terms are in the LHS side and the RHS must be 0 here. So for that what we have to do, we have to transpose this 4.37 into LHS side. It becomes minus 4.37, that is 2x plus 3y minus 4.37 is equal to 0. That means it's in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That means it is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So I will take this as equation number 1 and equation number 2. Then comparing equation 1 and 2. Comparing equation 1 and 2. What happens here? So we have to compare with the coefficients only. So here x is same here, then y is same here. So there is no any changes here. 0 is also same. But what's the difference here? So we have to take the difference, that is, so in place of a there is 2, in place of b there is 3 here, in place of c there is 4.37. No, we have to must aware the sign here, because here this plus is there, here this minus is there. For that we have to convert that one. How can we convert that one? So plus into minus 4.37. Yes. So from this we have to change that one. So it's in the form of ax plus 3y plus by plus 3c is equal to 0. That's why, so we have to must aware of sign here. So if you don't have any plus or minus, that means if it has minus, that means we have to aware of this. It is not a single term. There is a existence of minus sign here when we are comparing ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So that's why, what is the value of a here? A is equal to 2. Then b is equal to 3, in place of b there is 3, and c is equal to minus 4.37. Yes. So we got the value of a, b, c, that is coefficient of x, coefficient of y, and the constant term we got here. So let us move into the next problem. Second one, 4 is equal to 5x minus 3y. You can take any example. So after that we have to convert that in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So here firstly we have to take all the RHS term to the LHS side. So that is, firstly I will transpose this minus 6 to the LHS side. It becomes minus 5x plus 4 is equal to minus 3y. Then we have to transpose this minus 3y to the LHS side. It becomes plus 3y. That is minus 5x plus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0. So I will take this as a minus 5x. It becomes the coefficient of x here. When we are taking the 3 here, it becomes coefficient of y. The 4 is a constant term here. Then we have to compare this equation with the standard form of the linear equation in two variables. So I will take this as equation number 1. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I will take this equation as equation number 2 here. So then we have to compare equation 1 and equation 2. Compare equation 1 with equation 2. What we are going to compare here? So here x is same. In the place of x there is x. In the place of y there is y. So in the place of RHS there is 0 only. So here the difference is in the coefficients of x and coefficient of y in constant term. What's the coefficient of x here? Here a. In the place of a here minus 5 is there. In the place of b, coefficient of y, we have 3 here. In the place of constant term, in the place of c, we have 4 here. We have to compare those terms. That means in the place of a is equal to minus 5, and in the place of b there is 3 here. That means value of b is equal to 3, and in the place of constant term c is equal to 4. Yes. So with these are the coefficient of x and coefficient of y and constant term respectively. So we have to find out in this way. Then we have to move into the next problem. Yes. The third problem is 2x is equal to y. Just observe here, there are two variables are there. Here there are two variables, but there is some difference here. So firstly we have to go with the procedure. That is, so firstly we have to transpose all the terms of RHS to the LHS side. Firstly I will transpose this minus y plus y to the RHS side. It becomes minus y. That is 2x minus y is equal to 0. So that means here there is no any constant term. That means here constant term becomes 0 here. So write that constant term as 0. It is 2x minus y plus 0 is equal to 0. Then it is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I will take this as equation number 1. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I will take this as equation number 2. Then compare equation 1 and equation 2. Compare equation 1 with equation 2 here. So what is the value of a here? A is equal to 2 and b is equal to here. Here minus y is there. So that's why the value of b is equal to minus 1 and the value of c is equal to 0. So this is about how to find out the coefficient of x, y and the constant term. So firstly we have to convert it in a form of standard form of the linear equation in two variable. Then we have to compare both the equations. Then we have to find out the value of a, b and c. Yes, so this is about the second type of problem. Here the question is simple, is that write each of the following as a linear equation in two variable. That means we have to simplify that one. So it is also similar to the previous one, but here the question is quite different. That is, firstly I will take x is equal to minus 5. So this is just one variable is there, one constant is there. So what about variable y? So that means here the coefficient of variable y is 0 here. So that's why the y term disappears. So we have to take that one also. Firstly we have to convert that equation in the form of linear equation in two variable. But here the coefficient of y is 0. So firstly I will transpose this minus 5 to the LHS side. That means it becomes x plus 5 is equal to 0. And then I will convert this equation in the form of linear equation in two variable. That is x plus 0 into y plus 5 is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 5. So there are many similar questions are there. So let us take second example. That is, here I will take y is equal to b. Yes, here x term is not here. So that's why the value, what about the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is 0 here. That's why the x term is vanishing here. So that's why we have to convert this equation in the form of linear equation in two variable by taking the coefficient of x as 0. Firstly, I will transfer this 2 to the LHS side. It becomes y minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we have to convert that equation in the form of linear equation in two variables. That is 0 into x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 0, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to minus 2. So also let us move on to the next problem, that is third problem. So likewise we have to take in a similar way, that is here 2x minus is equal to 3. 2x is here, y term is vanishes here, so that's because the coefficient of y is 0. So I will transpose this 3 to the LHS side, becomes minus 3 is equal to 0. Then we have to take the coefficient of x as 2 and coefficient of y as 0 here. That is 2x plus 0y minus 3 is equal to 0. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 2, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 3. Then take another one problem, that is fourth problem. 5y is equal to 2. 5y is equal to 2. Similarly in the second case, so here the coefficient of x is 0. So we have to take it in that way. That is, firstly we have to transpose this 2 to the LHS side. It becomes 5y minus 2 is equal to 0. Then we have to take the coefficient x as 0. 0x plus 5y minus 2 is equal to 0. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here value of a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 5 and c is equal to minus 2. So from this example it is clear that we have to convert those equations in the form of linear equation in two variables. So apart from the coefficient of 0, coefficient of x and coefficient of y is 0, so we have to take that coefficient as 0 also. So here these are in the form just the value of x is equal to some value. So apart from that we have to solve this solve these questions by taking the coefficient of x or y as 0. So let us move into the next type of problems. Yes, so this is the third type of problem. So here it's a real situation, or when you are going to buy some of the notebooks and pens, so then you have to compare the cost of notebook and pen. So it becomes 20 rupees. Here the sum of cost of a notebook and cost of a pen is 20 rupees. It becomes 20 rupees to you. So you spend 20 rupees for one notebook and one pen. So we have to analyze in that situation. So here we have to convert it in a form of linear equation in two variables. Linear equation in two variables means we want two variables. Two variables means it's a two unknown values. We don't know that values. Here what are the unknown values here? Cost of a notebook is unknown value and cost of a pen is unknown value. So let us take one as the x and another one as the y. That means I will take cost of a notebook as x and cost of a pen is y. Let's take cost of a notebook is x and cost of a pen is y. So we have to take it as both unknown values and likewise it's a variables. Then the sum is 20 rupees. The sum of cost is the sum of cost is 20 rupees. That means he or she spent 20 rupees here for the one notebook and one pen. So here when we are taking cost of a notebook is X and cost of a pen is Y, the sum of those two terms becomes 20 rupees. That means X plus Y is equal to 20. Then after that we have to transpose this 20 to the RHS side. It becomes the standard form of linear equation in two variables. That is, when we are transposing 20 to the LHS side, it becomes minus x plus y minus 20 is equal to 0. It's in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. It is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here the value of a is equal to 1 and value of b is equal to 1 and value of c is equal to minus 20. So this is about converting the real situation, the statement form of an equation into our required standard form of a linear equation in two variables. So let us move into the last problem similar to this real situation. This is also one of the real situation. I think it belongs to the cricket lovers. So those who are having passion about watching cricket matches. That is, in a one-day international cricket match between India and Sri Lanka. So here the partnership between Kohli and Rohit. Both are the batsmen. So Kohli and Rohit together have a partnership of 150 runs, and then we have to write it in a linear equation in two variables. That means we don't know about how much runs Kohli scored and how much runs Rohit scored. That means here both the unknown terms are there. That is, Kohli runs are unknown and Rohit runs are unknown here. That means in linear equation in two variables, we want two variables. One variable is the Kohli runs and another variable is the Rohit runs. Let us take Kohli runs be X and let us take Rohit runs be Y. Let us take Kohli's runs be X and Rohit's runs be Y. Together scored 150 runs. That means their partnership is 150 runs. That means their partnership is 150 runs. That means the sum of Kohli's runs and Rohit runs be 150 runs. They together scored 150 runs. The sum of Kohli's runs and the Rohit's runs be 150 runs. That's why we have to add the value of x and value of y. We got the value of 150 runs. That means the x plus y is equal to 150. So after that we have to convert it in the form of linear equation in two variables. That is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. For that we have to transpose this 150 to the LHS side. That is x plus y minus 150 is equal to 0. So after that we have to compare that. That is it is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to minus 150. Yes. So here we converted this whole statement into single equation. This is the magic of linear equation in two variables. We can analyze the difficult statement into a single linear equation in only one word here. So this is about linear equation in two variables. This is the introduction of linear equation in two variables. There are many questions like that. We have to convert those equation or those statements in the form of linear equation in two variables. I hope you enjoyed this chapter very well. So those who are watching the video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. So thank you one and all, be safe and stay home. Thank you.